Welcome to Stitcher's Flock. My name is Tammy, and this is where my webs live. I have spent the last 2 weeks stitching on and off, and am constantly finding myself having to remind myself that it's not a competition. Somebody has completely finished the Anne of Green Gables stitch along, and I'm still working my way through part 1. So that was a little bit of a challenge this week. Here's where I was last week, or last time I saw you, so 2 weeks ago. And here, there's a needle. Hang on. Let me secure it. Here is where I am now. Oops. There you go. Took it out of the Q-snaps, which I don't find all that. I know they're beloved. I struggle with them. I don't like the uneven way which they hold fabric tension. So I've made progress. Haven't made a lot of progress, but it's coming along. And like I continually remind myself, it's more than I have stitched in the last couple of years combined. So I'm good with that. This is on 28 count Lugana, and it's a mottled blue. Can never remember the name of it. I have it written down somewhere. It is Picture This Plus, and the name is not on the. Yeah, it is. Here it is, and it is Glacier. It looks beautiful in here. This is probably going to be my focus for the next 2 weeks. I am getting a lot of filming in advance done for my Booktube channel, which is eating into my stitching time right now, but that's okay because it will leave me more time at the end of the year when I have a lot of things filmed in advance to stitch when I would otherwise be scrambling to film, edit, upload, everything that goes along with that. So I'm okay with stitching being a little slow right now. And as you know, it's not a competition, and I will finish when I finish. And I'm okay with that. At least that's what I continually tell myself. I did work on multiple projects in this time frame. I did work on Twigs by Mosey and Me. Here's where it was last time. And I realized when I pulled it out, I worked on it. I didn't work on it for very long. I'm not really enjoying it at the moment, so I'm going to set it aside and put it in the, pick it up later pile. So here's the little bit I got done. I finished this birdhouse, but it's on a very stiff 18 count Aida. Don't enjoy the feel of it in my hand. Don't enjoy the stiffness of the fabric. The threads are great. They're silks and good cotton, but that fabric is not my choice to work on. It's why I've always hated Aida. So I did, however, start something new, and this is on a very small piece of Picture This Plus in, I believe it's smoky gray. I will have to go look it up. It is I know it's on 28 count, and this is the Autumn Owl from Guffin Designs. I started it, so here's where I'm currently at. There you can see it. You can see the little owl. I need to get his eyes and his beak and his feet in. I started one leaf right here. Not sure about the leaf color, so I'm still thinking about that. So we shall see. However, I do really like this one, and it's stitching up easily, and I think it's the first piece I've ever stitched in hand. I'm not overly fond of the in-hand stitching thing, and it will probably be the last piece I ever do like that. But I do really like the owl. So this has been very quick and fun. And all right. Before the dogs got all excited about the trash man stealing their trash, so I will bring Autumn Owl back out and finish him up in the next week or two. He's easy to stitch. He's easy to stitch downstairs watching TV with my husband. So, and he doesn't have a lot of floss to go along to cart around. So he's easy to transport into various parts of the house. So next up, I worked on Here Comes the Sun by Shannon Christie Designs. Here is where I was at last time. And here is where I am currently at. As you can see, it looks a little better. I just need to get the sun in word-wise, and then this is easily close to completion, seeing as it is still hot here. Today is going to be 98 degrees. It definitely feels like the sun is still here. It does not feel like autumn here in Central Texas. So this is a pleasure to stitch on. It is a 28 count Lugana from Picture This Plus in cannot remember the name. It was from ABC Stitch, so it's harder to look up the fabric name. I want to say Arctic Blue, but that doesn't seem right, but doesn't matter. This looks excellent on it. Colors really sing in person. And I really love this piece. I truly just really love this piece. So the next piece I worked on this week was, actually it's the last piece I worked on this week, is Mother Nature Winter from Just Cross Stitch Designs, and the design appears in, where is it? Here we go. The February 2023 issue. Here's where it was last time, and here is where it currently is. Hang on, let me get something to put behind it so you can actually see. And as you can tell, I have more of her hair in. I started a little bit on the dress, and I have backstitched the outlines of her face. Do not like the face backstitching at all in any respect. Currently it is too dark. I don't like the jet black. It may look better from a distance when it's all complete, but right now I really don't like it. I am really struggling not to pull it out. The chances are very high that I will pull that black back stitching out and substitute a lighter but dark gray or a darker flesh tone color, because that black is just jarring for me. I am not a huge fan of back stitching to begin with. I understand why it's there on the face, but it's literally driving me nuts. Other than the back stitching, this was only 1 day's worth of stitching, so I got a lot of stitching done that day. And it's going actually swimmingly well. I'm enjoying stitching it. I'm torn between stitching time and reading time and, trying to get, things around the house done. So all of you who stitch and stitch profusely and have major updates every week, I am in utter awe of you. I don't know how you do it. And I think it's a personal miracle, but I am pleased with my own personal progress, and that's really all one could ask for. Do I wish I had stitched more things in the last 2 weeks? Do I wish I had stitched more in the last 2 weeks? Obviously, who doesn't? Who doesn't want to always make more progress? But like I've said repeatedly, I've stitched more since I started Flosstube than I have in the last several years, if not the last decade combined. And really, that's all I could ask for. So I'm not upset with myself at all. What did I read that I'd like to share? Usually going to be an audiobook here because you can listen while you stitch. And this video, the best audiobook I listened to was Prologue to Murder by Lauren Elliott. It is book 2 in the Beyond the Page bookstore mystery series. And it tells the story, the continuing story of Addie, who inherited her aunt's bookshop in the fictional town of Grayside Harbor in Massachusetts. The town isn't really accepting of her, and Founders Day comes around, and the bookshop is struggling, and townspeople still really don't accept her, and dead bodies pile up, and Addie needs to solve the mystery. This was a delightful, easy read for me while I stitched. It kept me entertained. It wasn't so involved that I would miscount a stitch. And the narrator does a very good job, and I will continue in on the series. If you want to know more, I have linked down below my Booktube episode where I talk about it, and as always, in the description box are all of my social links, and one of those is my blog, which when I write it, hopefully this week, there will be a written review for the Prologue to Murder. So what am I going to listen to while I stitch this week? I don't know. I have several books from the library waiting for me. I have an Audible account full of books waiting for me. I really don't know what I'm in the mood for. I think I'm going to pick a fall cozy and pop that in and call it good. So how was your stitching week or stitching fortnight? Leave a comment down below, like and subscribe, and I will see you here next time at Stitcher's Flock.